Hello, guys, and welcome to The Shack. This is episode number
47.
Episode number 47. And today we have a treat for you. We have a visitor in-house.
Why does my leg smell like lunch meat?
Because you ate sandwiches.
Yeah, you had sandwiches for lunch.
That's right.
It's your breath.
It's all you, babe. So we have a visitor all the way from Arizona, our good friend Ben
Table
from Jackwolf Knives. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, LT. Thanks for having me.
Oh, heck yeah. So he flew in and realistically...
Boy, are his arms tired.
Realistically, to be with us for a whole day. So that was very cool. We got a lot of stuff done today, and we're good to go. But yeah, we're excited to get in to chat with you today, buddy. Thanks for coming by.
I love coming here. It's my second visit here, and look forward to many more.
Right on. Hey, bud.
Hi.
So,
Thanks for stopping by.
yeah.
And boy, are his arms tired.
So everybody's here. Sammy's busy right at the moment, but hey, I'm LT.
Scooter, man on the inside.
Brian from Woods Monkey.
Tyler. Mikey.
Nick.
And Ben from
And
Jackwolf
Ben.
Knives.
Yeah. So Ben, I know we talked about it earlier today, and I thought it was quite interesting. Tell everybody about Jackwolf Knives, like the origin, and kind of what you were talking about your grandfather, and that was very, very cool. I like that.
Thanks, LT. Yeah, so, I turned 40 in 2020 and was thinking long and hard about what I want to do with the next 40 years of my life. I wanted to start a new company, something that would be not only a passion project, but economically feasible to, ride out my working years. And I love knives, always have since I was a kid, and wanted to start a knife company. And naming the company Jackwolf Knives, well, my grandfather was Jack Wolf Belkin. Wolf was his middle name. And I wanted to honor him because he's the one who put my first knife in my hands, starting what was a lifelong obsession with pocket knives.
Mm-hmm. That is very cool. And
Pocket knives.
it's a great story. At first, it's like, were you mad when they didn't name you Jack Wolf? Because I would be like, man, I want to be named after Bappy.
Yeah, it's a
For
very
sure.
strong name. And
It is.
I always admired it.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool.
It is very cool. And the logo, everything about the business that I've seen up till today is just phenomenal. You're a fantastic marketer. First of all, you're a really great guy. Even before we were working together, I considered you kind of a friend, even when we first met, you were just a real good guy. You're one of those guys when you walk up to him and he's got a smile on his face and you just like him, and I've always got that feeling. So
I appreciate that, LT, very much. And I feel the same about you and your whole team. They reflect you as a leader. You guys are awesome. And this is one of the best parts of being in this industry is that we get to be around some really cool people.
Absolutely. Even before we were working together, your knife designs drew me to your product. It was like, wow, man, these are some really cool things. And I was a slip joint guy for a long time. I was a big fan of Queen. I like Queen slip joints. A single blade trapper is one of my favorite knives in the whole world. I think it's a really neat thing. And to see the mechanism and the working and how your knives felt, I was just drawn to them to start with. So I was like, wow, these are cool. And then I think you and I talked about them. And we're like, yeah, man, those are pretty slick. Those are
Very
great. Clean.
Good looking knife.
Yeah.
Love the bolsters, all the different skill materials between them. Fantastic look about them. And then when the first time you were here and you brought a bunch, you finally got the touchy-feely on a bunch of different models, like, oh, man.
So I remember you and I had this discussion when we were talking about his knives. And I think this might even before I even knew him, we were talking about his knives and we kind of made the reference that your knives, because you're taking that old slip joint and making it new. Are you familiar with Firefly, the series?
No.
We were like, this is kind of taking Space Cowboys. You got all this, right? You got all this modern cool stuff, but it's a 6-shooter.
Right.
And to me, I was like, this guy, this is what the cat. Now, see if Nick was sitting there, he'd tell me the guy's name. Brian, who? Come on. Firefly. You didn't watch Firefly?
It's Mal.
Mao. That's the girl,
No.
isn't it?
I can't remember.
Mike, help me.
It's the guy from Rookie, Nathan
Well,
Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
But his
but-
character was Mal.
Okay. What was the movies that they kicked off? Resurrection?
It was Serenity.
Serenity, the movie. Oh, man. Yeah.
You
Because
are,
totally-
you are deep
I know,
down
I'm-
the rabbit hole.
I am so hitting zero. Anyhow,
This is
But we-
when we could really use Logan.
yeah.
This is
Where is Logan? He would definitely pull it off.
He's robbing a bank.
But Firefly, they're driving this old junky spaceship through space, and the guy literally has like a 6-shooter on his hip. It's just that's the first thing when I first
Fillmore.
yeah, that's the guy.
Fillion.
They're Fillion.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
you're
Millard film.
Yeah.
President.
exactly. But you're taking this antique, this classic design, putting modern material on it, putting your modern spin on it.
It's a
It-
modern retro.
Yeah. Okay. Modern retro, I guess.
Yeah.
And I love it. I totally love it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of brands who will make a slip joint, but oftentimes because they're not, let's say, aficionados of the niche,
Mhm.
they'll draw a modern knife and put a slip joint mechanism in it. Okay, yes, it's a slip joint, but that doesn't have the timeless DNA
Right.
of a sway back jack or a gun stock jack or a single blade trapper. I wanted to preserve that so that it's recognizable 100 years ago, 100 years from now.
Yep.
We have different manufacturing processes. We have different blade steel. We have different scale materials, but it's still a gun stock. Or
Yeah.
It's still a coffin handle jack.
And you definitely nailed, what do you call it, retro mod?
Modern retro.
You know, it's like the Dodge Challenger. It looks like the 70 Challenger, but it's got the modern stuff.
Computer.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what you've done.
That's a good
And to
analogy.
me, I love that particular thing. You know, and you nailed it. You just absolutely nailed it. And I like all of your designs to date. So that's very cool. And I know you're doing well with them. So,
Yeah, we're blessed. We've had great success. I think we really understand what kind of gets our collectors' hearts beating
mhm.
and what they expect from us. And we never take it for granted. We work really hard to keep it interesting and keep it fun. And I think that's one of the reasons we've been successful is we are really in tune with what people want from us. We don't always give everybody exactly what they want because, like we talked about earlier, it's got to make sense for the business. And sometimes the vocal minority is, in fact, a minority. But we really listen to our customer and try to keep them enthusiastic about what we're doing.
Absolutely. Brian, you being a ginormous knife guy. So, I mean,
I
you're-
like little knives.
yeah, but I mean, what's your take on Jackwolf? Because you've been around him for a while. You've seen the company, you've seen the products at Blade and website and all that stuff. What?
Yeah, I think it's a cool take. So it's interesting to see, like we talked earlier about like people who collect knives and buy knives and you know, a lot of people will have 10 of the same knife or 20 of the same knife and that's where I think like the handles really jump out. I mean, you know, like a case collector, they're going to buy, you know, the rust lock, but they're going to buy like every time a rust lock comes out in a different handle, they buy that knife and that hand, you know, it's a blue bone, it's a whatever. So I think that's one of the really cool things is the handles on these like really jump out at you and like, so it's a traditional feel, but like carbon fiber and all that stuff is not traditional. So it's a cool blending of those two.
Absolutely.
I agree. Is this one in stock? The Bionic Jack Camo Carbon Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah, I think there's a cart button on my website. Is there a
Yeah.
cart? Yeah, it's in stock.
That's in stock, people. Go buy one. And it's on sale.
Yep.
Check that out.
Oh, is it glow in the dark?
No, so that's
That bright?
yes. So that's
You thought it
The
was
handle-
that name up.
I did.
the handle materials from a company called Camo Carbon out of the San Diego area. And he uses these fluorescent pigments in those knives, and you put them under a black light and they almost burst.
I believe it.
That is neat.
That's way cool. Now, I had a text from a Podhouse member today going, I love his stuff. I can never find one. They are always out of stock, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Gary, Go buy a Bionic Jack Camel Carbon Watermelon Sugar, and it's on sale, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to text him that because this will come out.
Oh,
like in
yeah,
a
yeah,
week.
yeah. All right, all right.
Okay, so
Sending
you're right, text.
screenshot link. No.
So Ben, when you sit down, because again, you have the retro look, you're still designing from scratch, right?
Yes.
So you wake up in the morning and go, single blade trapper. Or, I mean, where does your, I guess, inspiration, what you just sit down every day and draw knives?
No, not every day. I sure wish I could do it every day. I don't know about, some of you guys in the audience, if you try to balance a creative pursuit with a sort of left brain, numbers driven business pursuit, sometimes they can be at odds.
Oh, yeah.
And when you've been crunching spreadsheets all day to then just like, I'm going to switch gears and draw a knife, I struggle with that a little bit. So I think one thing I could improve on is trying to find more time for the creative side. Now the business side is really ramped up. But I digress. My inspiration for the knives, so it was really twofold. I would say, what are my favorites? And what have I, as a slip joint collector for all these years, seen as being well-liked, popular models amongst the collectors? So I'll give you an example. The gun stock, the bullet end. These are knives that have been made by every manufacturer and they've been around forever. Like they're evergreen designs. Then you have more oddball ones like the elephant toe, which is a big, wide bladed spear point.
Is that maybe
like a sunfish.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to think of a pattern. I know what you mean now.
You get your guys who love those.
Right.
But then you have to ask yourself, but would everybody love one of these, or is it a little obscure? So I have to sort of balance what I want to make with what I think is marketable.
Okay.
And so that's how I approach it.
You couldn't sell an elephant toe?
Was that? I think I could sell some elephant toes, but can I sell? Well, does everybody want an elephant toe? I don't know.
Right.
I'll take one.
I don't know.
Right.
So I started with what I thought were sort of the, what do you want to call them? The most popular patterns: dog leg, Barlow, gun stock. I did the coffin, which was a step outside of what you see often, but there's a couple custom makers who make that knife, and it was always so visually striking to me. So I was like, okay, I'll take a risk on the coffin handle jack, which is the vampire.
Okay, so the coffin handle is the vampire. Yeah.
Right, which is why we call it the vampire. So
Gotcha.
yeah, and some of it is just, like you said, sometimes you wake up and you're like, I really want to draw something with a Warncliffe today.
Did I mention single blade trapper?
I heard you say single blade
If
trapper.
we're throwing out things like that, I would like a Stockman, please. A large one.
Yeah.
Now, I've not done any two-blade knives to this point for the reason that
Right to 3.
my perception of the market has been more people buy single blades than double blades these days. A double-bladed slip joint back in the day was real useful because they got dull fast, and that was go twice as long without sharpening it. But now with these super steels, they don't go dull so fast, and we grind so thin that even when you lose that initial bite on your edge, it still slices for what feels like
Just because it's a thin piece of steel.
because it's a thin piece of hollow ground steel with still a working edge on it.
I got you.
And of course, double-bladed knives are going to cost more, so
Sure.
it's something we've approached carefully at this point.
Yeah. Now, I think the designs that you have thrown out to date, again, are spot on. And I was trying to tell him earlier, before you got in
We
here,
needed your nerd
we
knowledge.
needed your nerd knowledge
I'm
and you
sorry,
weren't
I was
here.
on-
I was explaining to him about how his retro look and modern take on things were very Firefly-esque.
Okay, that's a little bit of an obscure reference, but if you
But
know
you
what
get
the
it.
Firefly show was, it was a space western.
Space Western. I said Space Cowboy.
But yes, seeing for years, I agreed with a lot of other people that said that the modernized slip joint was a corner of the market that was completely untapped. So you could either buy something like a Great Eastern or a case knife that was basically the same knife that they had always made.
Which are great products.
It's a great product. I enjoy them quite a lot. I am a huge fan of the large Stockman. The 75 is my hands down favorite slip joint knife of all time. But I am a steel nerd. I work with knives all day long. I have to research steel for my job. It's part of monitoring the industry and seeing how things change and fluctuate and what people's interests are and what my own interests are and what I like. That's just part of my day-to-day. So seeing a titanium, bronze phosphorus, washers or bushings, bearings, carbon fibers, G10s, all that stuff thrown into the slip joint style and shapes, dude, that is cool. So,
Right.
Well done, sir, is all I can say on this. I love not just the knives either, but we were talking at lunch earlier about the presentation, and that's something that I think the traditional slip joint is it's so iconic to that niche of knives. A good presentation is so meaningful for a slip joint knife like that. When you just get a little cardboard box and it's rattling around in there, that's sort of one level of presentation. But when you have what you guys do, that takes the experience from mundane to exceptional.
Or from Monday to Christmas Day.
Yeah, regular Monday to Christmas Day. Yep. But I love it. So
Thank you. You guys humble me.
We like it a lot. So we are now doing some things together, which is
we've done at least one thing together.
we've done one thing together.
We are exploring further opportunities.
That we are. And we're having fun. We're having fun.
I found this knife on his website and whipped it out of his pocket. Can you do that again?
We call that just-in-time inventory.
No, again, we didn't know each other. I mean, we knew of each other.
At least
Yeah, go ahead. While we're talking, you guys say it
here before it goes back.
So where did you decide? Hey, I think I'm going to go out and talk to this other knife guy per se, and see if we can end up doing something together. How did that kind of come together?
So I think our friends in common plotted to make this happen for us.
Okay.
So Jonathan Burton,
JB,
who I love, he
as I do, he's a great guy.
He's one of a kind. So he approached me at Blade Show. He kind of stopped dead in his tracks when he saw my booth for the first time, because I just really, what we do really reverberates with him.
Okay.
And we became really good friends. And, he's enthusiastic about what we do. He brought some of that enthusiasm around you and your guys. My right-hand man is Donnie. He's in my Facebook group. He's all over our Instagram. If you guys haven't met Donnie, you owe it to yourself to introduce yourself to him. So anyway, Donnie and JB kind of plotted together. We need to get Ben and LT together to work on something,
Matchmaker.
Yeah. So, like, without really telling me about it, and then so they kind of laid the breadcrumbs for me to follow them over to your table. And we started talking. You came over, looked at my stuff. I looked at your stuff, and just kind of happened.
Yeah. And I liked it. And so far, we've done a couple runs.
Yeah, we've done 2 runs of the Vampire Hunter, spear point, coffin handled, fixed blade. We did them in Magna Cut, tons of hand finishing, and for every one I sell, there's 5 to 10 guys who want.
Yeah. So it's getting to the point. I mean, the excitement was there. And we both like that. We like to see what's going on. The knives turned out fantastic. They look great. I keep seeing pictures come up on Instagram of people that own them and then put up some photography that is just amazing. So, yeah, that is all very cool stuff. You guys have some other questions for Ben?
I have more of a statement, and this is something that LT and I were talking about at the Blade Show this year as we were walking around the room in the sea of CNC things, that basically everything looks the same anymore, and that when you stop at your booth, it's like, that's different. That's, it's retro designs that you know and understand, but they're completely modern takes on it. And there was just something that really made you pause as you were walking through that endless sea of booths going, hey, I've got to check this out. And that was something that really just kind of resonated with me, was how different they were compared to everything else on the market.
Yeah, we were feeling very like, man, that's the same. There's a lot of the same, and then there's you, and it's not the same, and it's cool. So
I appreciate that, because we work really hard at distinguishing ourselves, and the result of that is that we're not for everyone, and that's okay. Because the people who are attracted to our knives take a risk, risk's not the right word, but make the commitment to buy one who've never had one before, they don't know what to expect. They're generally very satisfied because we're giving them something that's unique and special and different from, like you say, a lot of the modern folders look a lot alike.
yeah,
And I look at that as like, that's vanilla ice cream. There's a reason why it's the most popular flavor in the supermarket.
Yep.
It just appeals to the most people. I think we kind of make some of the more gourmet ice creams.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah,
Cookies and cream.
we're more like some of the Ben & Jerry's stuff with all the funky ingredients, I think.
there's no doubt about that. Tyler, you got something?
I just like the way it looks. I do.
We keep them around.
I mean, I'm not much of a knife guy, even though I do it all the time.
You don't really like much.
But I don't know that. I mean, I know a lot, but I don't like concentrate too much on how they work. Other than yes, this will cut stuff. So, but they are different in the looks of them. I do enjoy the difference in them.
Well, thank you.
Can I interrupt?
It's not your turn.
Absolutely not.
It's not your turn.
We have a knife going off for the powerhouse right now.
This is my
You know this podcast is coming out in like
Stop. Just
couple days.
Well, I have to leave and go take care of this.
Okay.
Or
Oh, I
we
gotta-
have
Yeah,
our guest hit the button on generate a number. We have 1 to 48 of the powerhouse
you
numbers.
just released this one raw, Mike.
Yeah, everyone, get ready.
Yeah.
We're going to generate the random number and go. The number is 16. 16 is
Blackburns. Oh,
Blackburns. Congratulations, sir.
Is that the orca?
Yes, the orca,
Good night.
the Quint shark hunting knives thing sticker, and mints.
Okay, I just sent you a picture of him drawing.
Okay,
names, so
cool.
you can use that on the outhouse.
Thank you. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Sorry for that commercial break there.
Can I talk about
Today's
this
episode is brought to you by the
Absolutely.
Powers.
Yeah,
Please
not
do.
a member of the Podhouse. Hey, why are you listening to this podcast? That's
I
confusing.
randomly found that and picked it. I'm like, boy, that would go good on a certain ID Land Rover.
I know, or someone's or their G-Shock watch, perhaps.
Well, that's it.
Or if I was a Jeep and not a Land Rover, but
Hey.
whatever.
Believe them.
Oh, that's too funny, your T-shirt. Okay, so the knife I'm holding in my hand, you guys can't see it, but if you go online,
There, if you hold it up.
oh, what do you know? I didn't know we were being filmed. Good thing I wasn't picking my nose.
Way to go, Mike.
This is so we release knives monthly to the market, one model at a time, 1 month at a time, roll through the catalog. Here in July, we released the K9 Jack. This is a dog leg slip joint knife with a spear point blade. Now we created a new, we call it a series. We call this the Ultralight series. And the Ultralight series does not have metal liners, so it has a G10 liner.
It's very light.
Ah,
G10 scale, under 2 ounces, color coordinated. So the liner in this one is FDE or tan, and the scale is OD green or green.
Brad, I think they were coming after your crown.
And it has and it features a lanyard hole and a snake knot tied lanyard that matches. So
Very cool.
something different, right? We've taken the traditional slip joint knife one step further modern.
absolutely. Yeah, this is a beautiful knife. I mean, just
And let's
sitting there.
complete the specs. What are the steels?
Sure. So now we have usually 4 variants that go to all our dealers, and then there'll be a 5th variant every month that's a dealer exclusive. Now this is the dealer exclusive, and this one went to Carry Commission, our friends Taylor Mark
okay.
and Jordan
Yeah.
Flair. So if you were interested in this one, it's exclusively at Carry Commission's website. Now to answer your question,
I
that's-
have it up for sale
They
now.
do.
Okay.
They do. So the mainline versions of the ultralight series feature 154 cm steel, $165. They upgraded that one to S90V, and that one's 210, and they also stonewashed the blade. So that's a really unique version of the ultralight K9.
What? No topo pattern?
Yeah.
Nope, it's got a checkered
It
pattern.
does have the checkered milling.
Yeah, checkered milling.
That's exceptional.
I haven't been able to kick that thing out of my pocket. That thing, I love carrying that around. You don't even know it's there. Feel the thickness behind the edge on that hollow.
Oh, it's thin.
Slices.
Yeah. Yeah. She is a razor.
She is a razor. So yeah, and then we did for the mainline variants, we had 2 ultralights and 2 we call the steel series, steel bolsters, polished steel bolsters. And we had 2 ultralights, one black micarta and one blue G10 with the milling pattern. So, but yeah, you can check those out.
Do you have like a list of your dealers on the website?
We do, yeah, right there at you dropped on the menu. First thing on the menu is authorized dealers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you now, other than just the U.S., you have overseas.
Oh, yeah.
Some product.
Yeah,
we're dealers over there. Or?
So we have a UK dealer, since UK is no longer in the European Union. If you want, UK customers, it's easier for them to buy from a UK dealer
Okay.
because they're importing otherwise. So we have a dealer in the UK. In Europe, we have a dealer in the Netherlands who services all of Europe. They have native language speakers answering phones in all the different languages. Yeah. And then we have a dealer in Germany. We have a dealer in France. We actually have a dealer in the country Georgia, which is near Turkey.
All right.
And I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. We have a dealer in Australia, which is Europe, but that's international.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of all over the place.
A bunch in the U.S.
Bunch in the U.S. Really all the ones all the big ones, and a couple of smaller ones too. We like to support some of the mom and shop dealers. We know there's collectors who just want to rack up their reward points at their favorite big dealer. But then there's some collectors who want a personal relationship with the mom and pop purveyor.
Right.
So I have a few of those, and I always tell people, like, you guys, if you shop the mom and pop purveyor, build that relationship, you might not have to scrap for one. You might
Oh yeah, you could
work
exactly.
that angle.
You might say, hey, when you get them in, save me a green one. I'll be by Thursday.
That's right.
That's right. No, I agree with you on that.
Yep. So we try to spread the love.
So you're dropping a new pattern every month? Is that what? Right. That's
right.
kind of what you were saying.
Yeah.
When you say drop, that's on your website, or
So we typically do not sell on our website.
okay.
We're a 2-man team operating out of a small space, and I try to support my dealers the best I can and just give them the product they need and let them do what they do best, which is work with the consumer.
So do they all drop it on the same day? Is that how you got it?
That's what we do. So kind of our flow is around the beginning of the month. We ship the inventory to our dealers. We give them all the information they need. Around that same time, we make an announcement to the public about what that is, because we love a surprise. We never tell anybody what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So people are kind of waiting. Okay, what's Jackwolf going to do next?
Sure.
So around the first of the month, we ship the units to the dealer. We make the public announcement. We always drop on a Friday in the middle of the month. So, for example, Friday the 15th, for example. So usually there's about a 10 to 12 day period from the announcement to the drop. The drop is on a Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, dealer network wide.
Oh, okay.
So, they've had their listings up for 2 weeks, but without an add to cart button. And we're marketing and we're educating and we're getting the word out. And then when the time comes, boom, add to cart buttons go live. People can buy them.
And they sell out and then move on.
We've tried to, we've tried to, you're always trying to balance. Dealers like to have inventory.
Sure.
Not everybody can sit at their computer at drop time based on their job. And you want those guys to be able to get a knife too. Mm-hmm. So it's always a balancing act on my end. Not underproducing, not overproducing. I want some stuff on the shelf.
Sure.
So guys can get them who aren't. And then you get new collectors. Oh, I want this model. I want that model. Oh, they're all sold out everywhere. It's kind of a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
But what'll happen is, if I make 4 versions, I don't ever know which one's going to be the popular one, but there's always 1 or 2 that like disappear, and then there's the other ones will hang around until they're gone. And then I'll have dealers saying to me, like, if you knew that one was going to be the popular one, why didn't you make more of those? I'm like, if I knew it was going to be popular, I'd make all of them.
I would have.
I'd only make the popular one.
Right. It's like,
I know sometimes it's hard for the public to understand exactly because we run into that same thing. Well, if you knew you were going to sell out, well, if
Why
we knew
didn't
we
you
were going to
read
sell
my
out,
mind, man? And know I was
we
going to want
would have
all of
made
those.
only that knife.
I know
all
I
year.
called and placed an order and then changed it 3 times, but
But yeah, where is my knife?
I hate when the crystal ball is dusty, you know?
Yeah.
I wish that thing was working.
So, go ahead.
Wait,
We're chatting.
the guy who won, Robert, is on vacation right now in Ocean City. He said, thanks, Ben, for pulling his name. There he is on the beach.
Right on.
I sent him a text. He said, I just saw it. So he was on the beach hanging out with the family and watching the forum.
Yeah, and watching the forum.
Yeah.
So
His wife's
that's
like,
cool. He's
great.
on vacation watching the forum.
Yeah.
So that's very.
That tells you how much they love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
like their vacation isn't even a vacation from that, right? It's right. Well, I mean,
Oh, you're
life's a
right.
vacation.
Yeah, it's not. They don't take a vacation from the powder
Right.
because it's not a
'Cause-
stress.
Right.
doesn't he know it was just Shark
Week?
Week? You shouldn't be at the beach.
You should say, dude, don't you?
I was just in Ocean City. Another guy was on his way. He's down there.
Yeah.
So next year we're going to have to coordinate
It's
this.
like
we have a little meeting.
I
down
could have had a.
That's where we should do the powder.
Hey,
Hey,
the way
right
you're
there on the
thinking.
beach.
Sounds like Ocean City.
Yeah.
I like
There you
it.
go.
I like it.
Put your tent on the beach and the bars are right there.
Oh yeah, jerk. Right on. So that's cool.
These three.
Well, we definitely been. We're going to continue to working together on some projects, right?
Yep.
I don't know. We don't want to say too much.
Yeah, we won't tell you what
We're coming out with an exciting line of forks.
Forks, since it. No.
It's a super busy day. Let's put it that way.
That was
Here's what we can say. We've both, LT, his team, and my team have recognized you guys really think what we did with the Vampire Hunter is pretty cool. Not only from the messages we get, but just from sort of the pictures you post on Instagram and
Oh, yeah.
every read we can get on the situation is people really like that.
Yep.
And, it's our business to keep you guys happy. So
Absolutely.
we're trying to figure out how to do that.
And to you guys that are taking the pictures and putting them on the Instagrams, I want to tell you, I'm
You just
impressed.
sounded like you were 80 when you said the Instagrams.
Kids out there with your dang phones.
Anyway, I want to throw you photographer guys. What do you call them? Photographers.
I know.
I want to throw you photographers and attaboy because
It's hard to recognize you under that black cloak.
I was
You're
about to
killing
say,
me.
the camera still come with capes with you?
Yeah,
You're going to have to just endure this one.
I know.
That big flash.
Hey, you want to take a Polaroid with me later? We'll get a Polaroid together,
Don't
huh?
move now for 5 seconds.
Yeah, everyone stand still, no breathing.
Oh, geez. But anyway, yeah, some of the photographs are fantastic. Great stuff. Well, we have enjoyed your visit. Both times we got to hang out at REC, River's Edge Cutlery, last year, and we're both going to be there again this year at their open house.
September 13th, I think. That's Saturday.
That sound right? I think you're right.
Yes.
I think it is 13.
really know
So
what
we'll be
day
at
right
River's
now.
Edge Cutlery. You going anywhere else between here and there, or is this kind of
Yep.
going to go home and
Yeah,
relax?
the weekend before, I think it's the 5th and the 6th or so, I'll be in the Netherlands at the Have a Knives Day Festival. at Knives and Tools.
Have a Knives Day.
Have a Knives
I like
Day.
it.
And
So for you guys overseas, go visit in.
yeah, come check us out in Apeldoorn, the Netherlands. And I'll be at Blade Show West. I'll be at California Custom Knife Show.
Blade Show West coming up in October.
Yeah.
JB will be there.
Oh, great.
So you and Jonathan can hang out.
Excellent.
So come and see us and Jackwolf at
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, yeah. Blade West, right? Utah. Very cool. It's been a really fun day. We got to do some stuff. Ben's hanging around, making knives, making dust, drawing things, just having a real good time. And the best part is they have no idea how cool it is.
Right.
That's and
worn
so
out.
we hope
Worn out.
this mystery is going to keep you guys coming back for more
Stay
because
tuned.
that's
You're
what
not
we
gonna wanna
want.
miss it.
Yeah. But we have had a great visit. Thank you very much for coming by, brother. You want to hit where they can get you on your Instagrams?
Sure.
And whatever.
Yeah. So
Facebook.
our community where we have the most engagement with our collectors, etc., is Jackwolf Knives Worldwide, which is a Facebook group. We have, it's well moderated. There's no BS in there like you can find on other corners of Facebook. It's a good time. You should check it out. On Instagram, I think one thing we're kind of famous for is our memes on Monday. We do knife memes every Monday. So if anything, you just want a good laugh about, because we make fun of ourselves mostly with that, check out our Instagram at Jackwolf Knives. And jackwolfknives.com for our list of authorized dealers. We have all our models posted so you can see what our stuff looks like. And if you ever have any questions, you just email our support or any of our social platforms. I answer all that stuff personally.
There you go.
If there's anything you can count on, it's that you'll get a personal touch from me.
And I like that. When you call a place and you get the owner, that's good stuff, right?
Just a little.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And his personal phone number is
on the bottom of my website.
Yeah. So it's good. But guys, definitely you want to support guys like this, entrepreneurs coming up with some great product, great idea, great guys. Him and Donnie are two of the nicest people you want to meet. Love these guys. And as always, you can check out stuffofwoodsmonkey.com.
Yes, sir.
So you go over there and see Brian, or ltwrightknives.com. Also hit all our dealers. Make sure that you're out there supporting. If you have any questions, comments, or you just want to send some money for coffee, talk to Mikey.
We do accept PayPal me.
That's right. PayPal me or whatever.
Yes.
Right. Support the podcast. Thank you guys very much for being here. Ben, thank you. Have a safe ride back to Arizona. And we will talk again soon. All right, guys, that's everything from here. God bless you and have a great afternoon.
See ya.
Ride like a twist the world. Yes, you look pretty good for a country